All right, why is everybody in this building tonight? Well, we've seen some great action up till now, but wow. Everybody I've spoken to, what do you think's going to happen when Miguel Cotto puts his undefeated record and his world welterweight title on the line against a muy tough customer from Mexico, Antonio Margarito, who has certainly gotten it done the hard way to get to this point. This is the fight of both men's careers, and something has to give tonight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
We take a look at the tail of the tape that Cotto is 3 years younger than Margarito. Margarito has the height and the reach.
Not a lot more to say about this matchup that hasn't been anticipated, but let's get to Michael Buffer so he can introduce it.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, Nevada, Bob Arum's Top Rank Boxing is proud to present the main event of the evening. A fight fan's dream come true. 12 rounds of boxing for the welterweight championship of the world. Sanctioned by the WBA and sponsored by Tecate, Cerveza with Attitude, Reebok, Rums of Puerto Rico, and Universal Pictures' Death Race in theaters everywhere, August 22nd. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission Chairman John Bailey, Executive Director Keith Kaiser, WBA President Gilberto Mendoza. At ringside, the three judges scoring this bout on the 10-point system, should it go the distance. Glenn Hamada, Dave Moretti, and Jerry Roth. And inside the ring, the referee in charge of the action at the bell, Kenny Bayless. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with silver, he's 30 years of age and stands 5'11". Official weight, 147 pounds. Professional record, 36 victories, including 26 knockouts with 5 defeats. And he has knocked out 20 of the 27 opponents faced over the last 11 years. From Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico, the two-time welterweight champion of the world, the Tijuana Tornado, Antonio Margarito. Fighting out of the red corner, wearing silver with blue, 27 years old, standing 5'7" and officially weighing 147 pounds. Professional record, a perfect one. 32 bouts, 32 victories, including 26 knockouts, with 18 knockouts in 6 rounds or less. Presenting the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA welterweight champion of the world, de Caguas, Puerto Rico, Miguel Cotto.
Okay here, Trunk's okay here. Now, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution to keep the fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, Bruno Suarte. Touch him up.
Final instructions from Kenny Bayless. Settle in, folks. We got some serious business ahead. 12 rounds for the WBA welterweight championship of the world. We'll see if Margarito can follow up on his plan to start fast.
Margarito's got no choice. He's got to go out there and establish the respect for Miguel Cotto.
And we'll see Cotto probably move laterally on angles and try to make Margarito lunge at him. And if that happens, Margarito may try to land some punches on the shoulders, on the arms, even if they're not scoring blows. Try to disrupt Cotto a little bit. Don't let him get comfortable moving.
Well, you can see the obvious height and reach difference. Cotto, a natural left-hander, fights right hand, can bang you, as we've seen him win fights with just that left hand to the ribs. Good combination. A lot of speed there to Margarito had to absorb.
Margarito's the type of fighter who can take a lot of punches, but you don't want Miguel Cotto get the type of confidence at the beginning of the fight.
And Margarito walked straight into what Cotto hit him with. And now he's following Cotto. Cotto is going to try to set traps on him, knowing that the crowd is lunging, urging Margarito on, and may make him even more anxious than he already is.
Margarito can't allow Cotto to win the jab battle, not with the 6-inch reach advantage. But the quickness of Cotto is obviously going to be something to worry about.
He's just powering through the gloves. Good right hand there as he pulls it back. And that's when you think you've landed a good one. Cotto showing speed plus. And he has evolved as a fighter, guys.
Oh yeah, take a look at the good movement here, going side to side. And Margarito trying to set up one big one.
Again, the combination from Cotto. Cotto in the past had been accused of starting slowly. Cost him that Torres fight. Now Margarito's doing what he wants to do to unload. But so far it's been Cotto's round one.
And Cotto's doing the right thing. If Cotto's moving to his left, he's setting up the body shot. What Margarito wants to do is move him to his right, so he has to pivot to connect with the left hook.
He does not want to be on the ropes. Cotto doesn't. But he has really been flashing some combinations. The double left hand over the top.
Well, he has to stand his ground early, knowing that Margarito is coming after him. And egged on by the atmosphere in here.
There were some good body shots. Bayless warning, but they were right on the belt line.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be below the belt, but a good start here by Miguel Cotto.
Good jab again, Cotto, double jab. Wow, he's looked good. And Margarito's going to have to, like you said, one-dimensional fighter. He's going to have to come up with a little dimension and a half.
Take a look at Cotto, double jab, and then the right hand gets through. The quickness, and then he's out of the way. The good ducking here. Lands a hook as Margarito catches him on the back.
And he can't just step backwards. He's got to step laterally at the same time, because that's where Margarito can become a dangerous fighter. If he catches you stepping back with his punching power, he can crack.
And his reach advantage. Round two scheduled for 12. It was a lightning fast first round. Margarito's in the black, Cotto in the silver and blue. I think Cotto would do well to do what he did in round one. Keep it up. Double jab.
You try to take the crowd out of it in a sense by moving and deflating the atmosphere a little bit if you're Cotto and getting your people into it, but he's being very cagey here in the beginning, trying to make Margarito miss him.
Good jab.
And this is a type of fight that Cotto wants, because Margarito, he basically nullifies his reach and height advantage by leaning forward, ducking his head down, and trying to come in. And that's something that Cotto's using to his advantage with his speed and proficiency.
Cotto's getting hit a lot, but then he's got Cotto on the ropes. Margarito flashing a little bit of a smile there. He finally got what he wanted there.
Yeah, but he ended up getting a nice uppercut by Miguel Cotto,
Right hand from Margarito. That's been his most effective punch so far.
That was a real good shot, too.
Cotto up against the ropes, and he's fighting Margarito's fight right now.
I think he got stunned earlier to the body.
This is Margarito's office right there. Step into his office, that's what you're going to get.
Even though Margarito might voluntarily give away his height and reach, he's still using it to bother Cotto because Cotto respects it way too much.
Double jab from Cotto right there.
Bleeding from the nose, Miguel Cotto got caught with a nice left hook by Antonio Margarito.
This is what Margarito does, tries to impose his will on you. Now Kenny Bayless is going to have to get in there and try not to get knocked out himself. And you hear how the crowd's energized when Margarito goes to work.
Miguel Cotto sitting on the rope.
Good left hand from Cotto. Good counter from Cotto there. Now he just got right on the chin of Margarito, a slight uppercut. Margarito can take a punch, folks. Can't emphasize that enough.
Question is, can Cotto go at this pace
Blood
during
from
the
his
fight?
nose.
And will we see him be a counter puncher the whole way? At some point, we expect him to come out of this and get into a different gear.
The body work of Antonio Margarito in this second round has really slowed Cotto down. He's made him tuck his hands in a little bit, and that's been a very big difference.
Right, left, right, and then a big left for Cotto. And you get the smile on Margarito's face, which means that hurt. Always.
Well, here is Margarito coming in with the left hook, right hand. Jab, right hand coming through. Good work here, and Cotto being forced to back up.
And here Cotto goes to work with his back to the ropes. So we saw that excellent body movement and footwork, and comes back with that left cross.
And even though so many years ago it was, this has such a Leonard Hearns feel to it, both in style and how these guys are attacking.
Oh, there's not anything being held back. Cotto going to the body, then going back upstairs. Going to go back to more of the movement he was showing in round one. Picked off an uppercut there from Margarito.
An excellent basket defense there. He brought the forearm across, blocked that because he knows that Margarito can go to the body extremely well with both hands.
Wildly missing with a right hook was Margarito. Accurate jabs from Cotto. Last round he got away from his lateral movement, and I think he paid the price. You guys probably have it 1 round each through 2. But we don't even have time to do scores. They keep throwing punches.
Well, what's going to matter here is whether Cotto gets the chance to get in and be the lead puncher, which at some point in this fight you suspect he'll try to do that. He's playing the countering role here. The question is, what happens then?
Good precision by Miguel Cotto. I think that's been the difference so far, especially in this round. The fact that he throws a lot of punches, but he lands most of them. Margarito's looking to land 2 or 3 and not much more. But he's powerful, and that's what he's betting on.
Cotto needs to get away from that corner. Now he's turned it around on Margarito. Back to the center of the ring. You'll see this all night, as long as it lasts, for Margarito stalking, taking punches, trying to impose his will upon Cotto.
Cotto's done a pretty good job thus far in the fight cutting off the ring, which is a big factor because of the fact that Cotto is moving side to side, trying to diffuse him.
Beautiful body work.
We got a clash there. We got a clash there, and Cotto looked at Kenny Bayless. I think he took a head right on the nose, guys, and the blood spurted out. Good left hand from Cotto. Margarito's still coming.
Cotto's doing extremely well on the move. He's moving well to his left. We talked about how important that was for him to keep moving left because it sets up his body shots.
There's a low blow. Warning coming from Kenny Bayless. I'm not surprised at all at the pace of this fight that we got one of those already, not to mention some head knocking in there.
It's what we expected. Both of these guys go to the body. You're used to the Mexican fighters being able to finish a fight that way, but Cotto's just as good, if not better.
Fight truly living up to the hype. This is not a ballet, folks. It's going to get ugly in there.
really have established an excellent pace, and these guys have not been cheated on their punches, landing good quality shots.
Good combination of the chin inside from Cotto. And Margarito answers by just keeping coming forward, and he took another one at the end.
And this is what it looked like in that round, with Margarito coming in, but Cotto timing him well and landing the shots up the middle, feeling that it was a telegraphed offense coming from Margarito. See the duck there and the counter. We may see more of that from Cotto.
Antonio Margarito is a one-dimensional fighter. He prods forward. He's willing to take punishment in order to land his. But when you've got a guy like Miguel Cotto, who's not particularly elusive, but he moves just enough not to get caught flush, that's going to be frustrating for Margarito as the fight progresses.
Round 4, the first 3 rounds have blazed through. And Cotto's going to need those extra boxing skills to get past this guy tonight, because the indication of Margarito is he's not too concerned about how he's getting hit. But over the time of a fight, there'll be attrition. I guarantee you it'll add up to something if he continues to get hit like that.
Well, here's what we'll keep our eye on. When Margarito attacks on the inside, Cotto's been doing a good job getting away from it. Now the question is, if he steps into another gear and switches into offense more quickly, he'll get more power on his counters. He's starting to get comfortable with the style that Margarito is throwing at him. He's setting traps now.
It's excellent. But good uppercut right there for Cotto. He liked that. I'm not sure Margarito did, but that was a very nice uppercut.
Margarito is somewhat unsure of what to throw when Cotto gives him angles. He finally is able to land based on the jab going first, but he's not really sure what to throw because Cotto's defense is so solid.
Well, we had up till now is Cotto coming in, waiting on Margarito and firing. We're starting to see a few more times where Cotto fires before Margarito does, after Margarito walks to him.
Uppercut again, that left hand uppercut. Margarito doesn't have a reverse gear, folks. So he may get hit, but he's going in one direction. And that's right back at you.
The only way he's going to go backwards is if Cotto keeps punching him that way. He can't keep walking into the jabs because Cotto follows it up most of the time like he did there.
That's what Dave was talking about. Cotto gets off first there as he comes forward. Now Cotto's getting more comfortable to fire the first shot.
You know, if a guy is one-dimensional and you keep studying it and you make moves against it, you try different things, you get bolder. And Cotto is getting bolder as Margarito comes to him and misses.
Misses wildly over the top.
You know, one of those things that everyone talks about is the reach advantage and height advantage. The one advantage the shorter fighter has is those uppercuts that come from down under, and that's what Cotto's trying to use to his advantage because Margarito's leaning in towards him and he's catching him flush.
Good round so far for Cotto. He's leaving nothing in the toolbox tonight, folks. He's got it all.
And if you're going to win the fight as a counter-puncher, you have to be extremely accurate, which Cotto is, because you're getting fewer chances. These are some very big uppercuts.
Landing a lot of points over there on Cotto. I mean, on Margarito.
He's undressing him now on the inside. Here is Cotto waiting on Margarito and then nailing him with the uppercut. Now, these punches have more impact than they did earlier. Margarito answers there, gets a couple, but Cotto is stepping into more shots and getting more into them.
The big difference here is that when Margarito lands on Cotto, he catches him moving. When Cotto lands on Margarito, he catches him coming in or static, and that's the difference in terms of the effectiveness of those punches.
We're already into round 5. Seems like we just started, guys. That's what a fast-paced fight will do for you. And we expected no less. We knew what was going to happen tonight based on these styles coming into this fight.
People definitely getting their money's worth both in the arena and here on Top Rank pay-per-view.
Well, they are setting an extraordinary pace.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays into it. But as we've mentioned many times, guys, Cotto's demeanor doesn't change before, during, or after. He just seems like he was born to do this.
And that's why he can fight this style. He can wait for a guy to come at him, let the punches whiz by, stay calm, and then land his punches. It's a hard thing to do. Human nature says a guy's coming at you, you either go straight back or you get away from him, but he's setting up shop inside.
Margarito, a guy who tends to get stronger as the fight progresses. And Miguel Cotto, when he gets in deep, he's got 2 knockouts in the 11th round against Zab Judah and Ate Urkel, so he's proven that he can go in deep water and still be effective.
He'll go deep because he won't make mistakes. He won't hurt himself. Margarito trying to cut off the ring, keep Cotto near the ropes. Pretty good bundle of body punch right there. Better round for Margarito this round. Whoa, look up the heads and then off the left hand. That hurt.
Well, Margarito is pressing.
Yep.
He's pressing Cotto in a different way so far. He's not coming straight at him. He's rushing him a little bit. There he did not, though, and paid for it.
The 5-punch combination by Miguel Cotto just keeps moving, sets his feet, and catches Margarito coming in. Margarito has not been able to change that part of the fight at all. And it's been 5 rounds, 0 adjustments by the man from Tijuana, Mexico.
He's got to be able to land some combinations on Cotto, but he keeps getting out-quicked on the inside.
And what's starting to happen to him now is, even though he was good at cutting off the ring earlier, now Margarito is following Cotto. He's not cutting it off. He needs to take a drastic step to his right and force Cotto back a different direction.
3-punch combination to the head of Margarito. Now Cotto sits down the ropes and fires the uppercut. Boy, Cotto's coming at every angle.
Cotto's dissecting Antonio Margarito, who finally lands a nice right.
And doing it as the counterpuncher, he's getting all this work done.
And missing again. Look at Cotto putting on a clinic. You can't hit me. You can't hit me.
And how do you be that calm when a punch is missing you by 2 inches? And here is some exquisite Cotto work. The left hook, the right hand, straight left hand. Margarito, frustrated, he has to follow him. And by following him, he gets that.
Now we take a look at the elusiveness of Miguel Cotto. Excellent defensive footwork, body work, and the neck just all in sync. And the calm demeanor of Miguel Cotto, knowing that he is in his element. And despite anything that Antonio Margarito has thrown at him, 6 rounds in, it's been a dominant performance by the Puerto Rican.
You call that a clowning, right? He clowned him at the end of that round for the final 10 seconds. And that's the supreme confidence of Cotto coming in. You know, tough and relentless is one thing, but you add all the skills that Cotto has to counter that with his own tough and relentless nature, you got a whole hassle of troubles to deal with, like he just served up to Margarito right there.
Well, Cotto knows how to stay with the style. Countering is the way for him to go at this point in the fight, and he is staying true to it, trying to pile up round after round, not getting ahead of himself, waiting for Margarito to get near him. He can make the move. He doesn't make the move first.
Margarito trying to go to the body, had a couple go.
Got for the heads.
Go again.
They are head to head. Whacking that uppercut with the left hand, which is Cotto's naturally strong hand. That's been an effective weapon for him throughout his career.
And Cotto's basically doing all of this with his left hand because he keeps that right elbow tucked to the body, making sure that a kidney shot doesn't get in there.
Margarito did land a pretty good punch there. There's the counter and the speed. Wow. Miguel Cotto, a fighter in his prime.
Tony Margarito not taking his foot off the gas. He's in there, and you've got to give him a lot of
digging down. Yeah, he's digging down, trying to get some. That was a right hand over the top from Miguel Cotto. And Dave, you know, you notice how he gives him angles on the way back after he lands the good shot.
Yeah, so you don't get caught into trouble. Now for Margarito, you know, there are points for being aggressive. If this is close in terms of punches, he'll get the round, being that he pressed the pace. But if he gets shown up, then ring generalship goes to Cotto. And that's ring generalship right there. Moving in and out, toying with a guy who's coming at you.
Style points, as it were. Margarito thrown 4 straight uppercuts. Cotto stayed in the corner for a while, then punched his way out.
Oh. Nice exchange.
Nice exchange. Oh, good left hand from Cotto on Margarito. Margarito's trying to make a statement in this round.
And you talk about a guy whose skin is made for boxing, it's Antonio Margarito, because any other guy, his face would be puffy by now, the type of punishment that he has taken from Miguel Cotto in 6 rounds.
Into the round. I can't remember a faster 6 rounds.
I agree.
Yeah.
Last round, Margarito was coming in. Generally, he was more effective coming in on angles and not walking straight to Cotto, but when he did come in straight, he was reminded.
The speed of Cotto, obviously a big difference. And here, he just bides his time. 4 uppercuts by Margarito doing no damage to Miguel Cotto.
Guys, how do you have it through 6?
We've got a 2-point edge for Cotto.
58-56 here as well. The 2nd and 6th rounds for Antonio Margarito.
I think Cotto was making a mistake of being right there on the ropes in that last round that his uncle told him about in the corner. Not where he needs to be.
Well, it's one thing if you can set up office there and toy with the guy, which he's done and worked well. But if Margarito makes the adjustment and starts coming in at angles, then Cotto must also change.
Margarito's really serious here. He just landed a good right hand. He's trying to turn this thing around to his direction.
Oh, he's been serious all along. It's just that he's faced an opponent who just wants to have none of it.
Oh, he just got countered hard.
That was some right hand by Margarito.
Yep. Needs to follow it up. If he's going to pressure and stand there, he needs to throw punches. Just can't stand there and be a target for Miguel Cotto.
Oh, he is doing good work with the uppercuts. Even though
Cotto's in trouble. Cotto's in trouble. Those 3 uppercuts did some damage on Cotto, guys.
Yes, they did.
He's bent over and now he's not moving as spryly as he did earlier. Big 7th round for Antonio Margarito.
Turned it around in the 7th round.
This is his chance.
Miguel Cotto's going to have to suck it up and find a way to survive it in here. He got caught on the inside, and Margarito's doing what he does. This is his chance, as Dave just said. We'll see what he can do with it. Cotto spitting blood. That nose has been a problem. Look out for the low blow. Kenny Bayless looking in. One thing I can say about Cotto, there's a whole minute left. I had the sense coming into the 7th round, Margarito was going to let it hang out.
Hey,
and it's worked out in his favor.
And this is going to change the way Cotto fights. Cotto's going to start getting off the mark first. The idea of waiting for Margarito has run its course.
Absolutely, because he waited and he got caught. Cotto, survival mode. Blood streaming out of his nose. The Warrior boring in on him. 30 seconds, an eternity left for Cotto in this round.
A huge time, but he's coming back with punches. He's not just moving, and Margarito needs to seize the moment if he is to take the title away from Miguel Cotto.
Good combination upstairs from Cotto. What a round 7. 10 seconds left. One of the best rounds we've ever seen in boxing, and Cotto needs to survive here.
What a pace. And Margarito gets it going. This is the end of the waiting for Margarito section for Cotto because he gets nailed. The left hook coming across, and he doesn't have the answer now. Margarito's getting off first.
And now we take a look at the answer by Margarito, receiving 2 punches and then the movement by Miguel Cotto. But that was an extremely solid round for Antonio Margarito. The 7th, finally, he gets himself into the fight, and now we'll see if he keeps getting stronger and if Cotto continues to lose a little bit in his tank.
We're going to find a lot about Miguel Cotto right here, guys. Round 8 scheduled for 12. Staggered, round 7. Finally, Margarito unloaded those uppercuts, turned the complexion, the right hand right there from Cotto. Better movement here.
Well, Margarito threw an extraordinary amount of punches in that last round, 130. He landed 48. He outlanded Cotto 48-23. So now we'll see his staying power coming over after a round in which he did let it all hang out.
Nice uppercut there by Margarito. And now you're talking about the effectiveness of those punches by Margarito and the fact that now Miguel Cotto is more static and he doesn't have that same footwork to get away from Margarito.
It's a lot more effort for Cotto to get away and settle into a different area.
Well, you mentioned he gets tougher as it goes along, guys, and this is what we're seeing from Margarito.
True to form.
I mean, he's just, he's ironclad is what this guy is. And that's why he's in this opportunity.
His MO is hit me with all you've got, because at the end I'm going to still keep coming, and we're seeing that 8 rounds in as another headbutt there. Kenny Bayless makes sure nobody is the worse for wear. What a great battle. Mexico-Puerto Rico never disappoints.
It is a classic so far. I do believe, Dave, that Cotto has come back from the damage that was on him. He's showing good movement, looks clear, legs look good.
He's gotten himself back into it that way, and we could be settling ourselves down for a 4-round sprint to the wire.
Big difference now. His right arm is up near his chin because it was a left hook to the jaw that hurt him. So he's got his right hand up there, and now Margarito can work over the top.
Margarito sprinting towards Cotto.
Nice uppercut.
To see a guy coming at you every second for 8 rounds.
Relentless.
You figure that at some point in there will be a break. If you're Cotto, you think at some point you can get the offense back, but he has been in reaction mode all night.
He just got hit with a right-handed Cotto. He got hit with a left, too. This is Margarito's office. Then he just took a left from Cotto. Think about Margarito, he never flinches.
Keeps on walking to you, and that psychologically gives Margarito a great edge.
Cotto sits down on the second rope.
Miguel Cotto dropping his hands for the first time in the fight.
He has been drilled with Margarito right on top of him.
Margarito, good combination for Cotto.
But then Margarito punctuates with another right. I mean, it's never over for Margarito.
Wow.
More Margarito in that last round. Cotto going into the corner. Margarito obliging. Continues to pound it in.
And there you see him not as spry on his movement, even though he's excellent on the counter punch. Beautiful combination there. But then comes Margarito at the end. And that's the difference. Before, he could walk away and there would be no comeback from Margarito. Now Margarito is dangerous every step of the way as we come into the 9th round.
The deal is, you can't really tell with Margarito if he's getting hurt. It just doesn't seem to matter.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Even if he is, it doesn't even matter because he's going to keep coming towards you.
Now, the difference as we head down the stretch is, can Cotto find a second win? Because the way he fought the last 2 rounds, that style will defeat him. He must, if he's going to try and counter Margarito, he needs to make a statement soon that it's back to the business of before.
And the difference now in Cotto's movement is now he's moving to escape Margarito. Before, he was moving to set him up coming in.
Good point.
He's not setting traps, it's the getaway car.
Exactly.
But he's had a little bit of success in this round on Margarito coming in.
The other difference is when Margarito's coming in, he's coming in with guns a-blazing. Before, he was coming in, set up, and letting Cotto take the initiative.
I tell you what, guys, I think that one of the key points so far, Dave, was one you made about the aggressive nature and how the judges look at it. Because Margarito hasn't been slowed one bit from what he's going to do.
Beautiful body work by Margarito here.
And when Cotto was doing well countering, he probably got those rounds on the cards. But if he's not showing Margarito up. Just the fact that Margarito is coming to him makes him look to be like the stylistic winner, and he'll get the rounds.
Cotto having trouble breathing, obviously, with all the blood in his nose and spitting blood from his mouth.
The body shots don't help either.
Hey, there's been some starts taken out of Cotto's sails for sure. Crowd chanting Margarito.
Another headbutt there by Cotto, and Margarito not in the least bit bothered.
Final minute of round 9. This fight has flown by. If you blinked, you missed something. Cotto back to the defensive style. None of those punches from Margarito really landed.
Margarito no digging to the body. Beautiful shot there to the ribs. And Cotto's mouth completely open. And every time he gets a chance, he spits blood out of his mouth. What heart both guys have really shown. Margarito, the initial part of the fight, taking the shots, walking in, and now Cotto with his back to the ropes.
He's taking a lot and still coming back and showing why he came in undefeated.
There's his left hand over the top.
And now we know why nobody wanted a piece of Margarito for the longest time.
Margarito continues his magic in the 9th round, although that was a good movement for Cotto, but Margarito kept Cotto from frustrating him, landed some good shots.
And here we take a look at the nice body work by Antonio Margarito, looking for angles, and Cotto answers back. It's been a give and take fight, but that's exactly what Margarito wants. When Cotto was moving and catching and coming in, that was the fight that really went in favor of the Puerto Rican champion.
Nice jab there from Cotto starting the 10th round. And was not unexpected that if you let Margarito do what he wants to do, which is pressure, he'd get stronger. We've seen it before. Because we don't know who that guy was against Williams, but that doesn't matter right now.
It sure doesn't. The guy who's in there against Cotto is giving him all he can handle.
And for Cotto, this is something where he'll have to come up with some other plan.
He's going to have to.
Because going back to the ropes now, you have to dominate your opponent to get the rounds when you're continually backing up. And he's not doing it now.
A little bit of swelling of the left eye by Margarito, but like we were saying, he's got the skin that's perfect for a boxer. And it's been a problem for Cotto, breathing, and a lot of blood. I mean, if he manages to win this fight, he will be he'll be hurting for a while.
Both of these guys, it's, you know, remember Lupe Pintor. You know, back in the day, he and I think it was Gomez or Benitez just went at it with everything, and that's what these two are doing.
That's good work there from Cotto. Back to what we were seeing earlier there, Dave.
The movement and the jab.
And the jab.
He has to catch Margarito switching, and he has to catch him between tracks as he did there.
Left hand.
But now, whereas before Cotto could sit and wait for opportunities, now he must move to set up opportunities.
Beautiful shot to the body by Margarito. 2 shots to the jaw, doesn't even move to
Cotto.
tornado.
Cotto's he's come back in this round though, landing the more effective punches and doing what he has to do and trying to turn this around in his favor in the later rounds.
Oh,
nice combination there.
it's a war of attrition between these two fighters. Margarito looks a little more fresh than Cotto, but Cotto has caught a second win here in the 10th round.
Well, this is when you're Cotto, you're 32-0, and you know that there's something special you can dig down and try to find. And he is trying to find it right now. That's what top fighters do.
Oh,
he just got tagged there with the right hand. And if you're going to be, especially if you're going to be a great or legendary fighter, this is where you find out.
he's hurt once again.
Yes, he's hurt badly right here. Trying to stay awake.
Oh, the uppercut by Margarito nailed him too.
Cotto's wobbly. A lot of blood from his mouth. Margarito wearing him down. Wow, did he steal that round at the end, guys, with the harder punch?
I think he
Most
did.
definitely.
I don't know.
Well,
We'll
Cotto
watch.
was tired at the end of this round, doing some nice work when he moves.
And now here we take a look at when he hurt him, the body shot and then the barrage of punches. There's the left hook once again and the combination, but it's the left that really has done the most damage against Miguel Cotto.
And I think you see there where Margarito stole that round. But, like I said, the judges may call that one a split, so keep that in mind.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cotto may not have enough time left, guys.
Yeah.
The clock was his best ally at the end of the 10th round.
He may not have enough time left, and with 2 rounds left, we're going to the 11th right now.
If Margarito is smart, he lands a left hook to the body because Cotto's protecting the head, and then brings that right hand down, and he can finish him with a left hook up top.
Cotto trying to counter. Boy, this is one of those grinder fights, isn't it, guys?
You know, never a backward step here, never a round off.
No.
Cotto's right eye underneath the eye.
Good combination to the head for Cotto. Hadn't seen that in a while, but here comes Margarito like, so what?
Cotto still had to rely on Margarito to make an opening for him to drill him.
You mentioned, Dave, it's time for the great ones to dig down. If Cotto's going to keep that undefeated record intact and become a legend, this is the moment.
And every time he tries to dig down, and he is trying, Margarito steps it up a level.
And when he puts his butt on the second rope, that's when Margarito tees off.
Cotto in defensive position. Blood all over the gloves. Down goes Cotto. Down goes Cotto from just the wear and tear of the constant pressure. Blood streaming from his face.
Incredible action here at the MGM Grand. Antonio Margarito close to making his dream come true.
Cotto's
done.
wobbly. Cotto is wobbly. Can Margarito finish it? Yes, Cotto's going down. Cotto, just his only thing keeping him up now is his heart.
And Kenny Bayless could have called that a knockdown because he was basically saying, I'm done, I'm done.
There, he may do it now.
He may do it now. Cotto's in big trouble. They're going to wave it off. His uncle had seen enough. Cotto's corner waves it off. The underdog prevails.
3-1.
Here's one for all you grinders out there.
And how about this? You know what the over-under was? 10.5 rounds.
You didn't tell me that before.
30 seconds away from being exact. They know how to put the odds here.
That's how they make the money. What an incredible fight. But most of the fighters I talked to, interestingly, Dave, coming in, thought Margarito would win the fight.
And here he comes again. That's the knockdown there after Cotto takes the knee. And he was an underdog against Cintron, too, in the rematch, and the boxing people were shaking their heads. And Kenny Bayless comes in after the second time and puts a halt to the proceedings. And Cotto had nothing left to give. Margarito had plenty more to give him.
Wow. I can't say enough good things about this guy, 30 years old, that nobody wanted to tangle with this guy.
What conditioning. He left no opportunity. And halfway through this fight, Cotto was doing what he wanted. Cotto probably took 4 of the first 5 rounds. And then maybe got one more, and maybe not.
That's why I made the comment. I don't think 2 rounds. If he'd won the last 2 rounds, I think he was behind. And look at the cheers from the pro-Mexican crowd here. It's just I cannot remember, Dave, a faster 11 rounds.
Absolutely, I can't either.
I can't.
Unbelievable conditioning.
Michael Buffer now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes, 5 seconds. Round number 11, the winner by TKO victory. Now a 3-time welterweight champion of the world, the Tijuana Tornado, Antonio Margarito.
How about that?
Julio Cesar Chavez is a happy man. And Margarito was up 2 points
The
on the 2 cards, and one was even.